That's me.
Okay, cool.
Aaron, right?
Good. Oh, guess what, people? We are live. We are live from Beast Equipment down in Bradley Beach. New location. You know what the show is. Totally local podcast. Monmouth and Ocean County's premier podcast talking about the Jersey Shore area. Monmouth County, Ocean County, all the colorful characters, local businesses in and around all that area. You love it. I love it. I'm here, of course, with the texting king, Aaron Levine, LG Insurance. How's it going?
I'm not texting. I'm trying to get my watch party going. Like that's always like the first 3 minutes. I'm like, I need to be off camera.
I love putting you on the spot. I love putting you on the spot.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
not being rude.
Andrew,
owner.
Thank you for coming.
This is owner proprietor Beast Equipment, Beast of the East, coming in to Bradley Beach, swooping in. You have a company location in Marlboro.
We have our warehouse in Marlboro, and we just opened this retail location here in Bradley.
Now, when you say like the warehouse location, that's like for just restaurants, companies, stuff like that.
It's where we store most of our products for here, our larger equipment. We get deliveries there. The products get worked on. We have our shop there. On our used equipment, everything gets tested, checked, cleaned there. And that's where it started 2 years ago, and here we are today.
Well, from what I understand, with my limited capacity in my brain and the knowledge I have about the restaurant industry, like I always assumed that like a store like this would just be like there'd be a bouncer at the door and some schmo like me wouldn't be allowed in. That it's only for like
Open to the public, and actually we've seen that a lot of the local public have been coming, looking. All the home chefs want to be like the restaurant chefs. So
yeah,
they want to come buy a restaurant grade knife and tongs and all of the above. And
Andrew was eyeing that bagel slicer.
I was looking
right
at the
in front of
bagel
him.
slicer. Is that like one size fits all? Some bagels are not.
We use it for other things as bagels.
Okay. The name is misleading. Then
Rabbis buy it for circumcision.
Okay, all right. Well,
but we get it done here. We sell just about anything to anybody. So
that's
multi-purpose.
That's I'm looking at it because the bagel in the morning, you cut a bagel open, there's crumbs everywhere.
Well, where do you think the tool came for the other thing?
Oh boy, Jeremy.
Except he, Hot Bagel, who has bagels here this morning.
Hot Bagels of Red Bank.
And bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, already sliced all the bagels. So I'm
Yes.
sorry. You didn't get to try it out.
I didn't get to see. They probably have some kind of electronic deal or something.
We actually have one of those in the back. It's made by
course.
Oliver. It's a shoot.
A bagel shoot.
Yes, sir.
Get your bagel shoot here at Beast Equipment, people. Come on down, Bradley Beach, 32 Main Ave. I love Bradley Beach. I used to live in Bradley Beach.
Bradley's a great town. My father owns an auto parts store here for 53 years, and it's I always wanted to come back to this town and do something, and
53
here I am.
years.
My father's been in business 53 years, and
does he live? Did you grow up in the area?
I came on the weekends and after school, and I was able to start my life around here and my career. I had a deli around the corner, and things were good. And this was a good place to start my working career.
What happened
Good old
to
days.
what got you into the whole restaurant game about like the equipment and stuff?
I mean, I was in the restaurant business my whole life. I worked with Aaron's dad. He's one of the guys I look up to a lot. He taught me a lot of things in this business. It was like having two dads. I got my dad, and then I had Aaron's father teaching me this part of the business. And I learned a lot from him, and I was very listen, I made a lot of mistakes in business, in the food business. And now I think I found my right way. I started with a local company around here that, it's a great company. They did great things, and I kept moving forward, and whatever, here I am on my own now.
So what do you do now have you just been kind of, you've been in this area, you've been in the business for a while. How do you go out and meet different companies?
Thank God it's been word of mouth. I got great friends, Aaron and other people in this industry that, I try to help Aaron with his customers. He helps me, and it goes on constant word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've spent $1 on advertising in this, and which is great. It's
Money well spent, in my opinion.
And I don't know, I mean, just in anything of this store being an advertising showing that we have a business. Everything's been on my cell phone for the last 8 years, which has been great.
That's why when we first got here, I would start talking to Jeremy, and they'd be, hold on a second. He'd get on his phone. I'd be like, all right. He'd be like, so how'd you start? Hold on a second. He'd ask me questions, and then I couldn't answer anything.
If the phone's not ringing, we're not making money.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So, you knew the area. You like the area. When did you start the process of being, starting to look for, a spot in Bradley Beach? When did that all happen?
About as soon as I worked with an auction company, place Best Buy Auctions. Joe, who the owner became like a brother to me. Joe, I still do tons of business with him. He's in the used and the auction business, and I wanted to get out of the auction end and wanted to get more just into the used and the new equipment. And I found a warehouse, but I knew that I had to have something to show off the equipment.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I kept looking, and I always wanted to be back where my dad was, and my dad's building actually is for sale, and it didn't work out for me with his building, but we found something else. This building's been available for a long time.
It has. It was a furniture store.
Dollar Furniture, which I remember growing up next to some iconic places, Vic's Pizza. You got Bradley Beach, a great area, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of good places in the town, and like I said, I always wanted to be back here. I always wanted to come back to where my father has been for 53 years, and here I am.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Is your father coming down? We got to get him.
He better be
sitting
here.
down here.
He better be here any
I
minute.
haven't seen him yet.
He walks a little slower these days.
Is he walking from the other side of town? Might take a while.
Possible.
All right, I can see that. I can see that happening.
But he'll be here in a few minutes.
Maybe he rode his bike. Is he still cycling?
He does
He's got
ride his bike.
he'll
He
come in with
does
his
ride a
spandex
little
on,
slower
ready to
now
go.
with the new knee replacement.
That's good. Stay healthy. I like that.
I'm ready for a cocktail. I know.
We got Asbury. I invited Asbury Alice because I do watch your podcast, and I see that you guys like to indulge in adult beverages. So last night I called my friend Matt from Asbury Ale House, who we recently redid their whole restaurant. And I said, Matt, I need a favor. He said, let me send my girl down. I'm going to get you a bartender. I'm going to get you drinks.
Thank you.
There she is.
What was
making?
it? A pumpkin spice margarita? What was it? Sleepy Hollow. That's why I didn't take. It was like a strawberry-esque.
Aaron, you'll have one?
Let's go for it. Let's
Yeah.
mix them up. But then you're gonna take my seat and sit here and
we're gonna talk about the
shout out
Asbury Ale House.
Let's go. mix those drinks up, and then you get to sit in the hot seat.
People
while
love being put on the spot. Let me tell you.
while I go get silly. And then I have to go to work at some point later.
Sleepy
today.
Hollow. You do have to.
So how are you going to sell insurance? Do I get a better deal if you drink more
Always.
on insurance?
Oh yeah.
Guys, today's the day for LG Insurance.
That's
Sign
all
up.
on sale.
Deals are getting made.
Come on down. This is the place
Come
to
on
be.
down. Put your business card in the fishbowl.
Oh, guys, we also-
Jeremy's giving away $1,000 shopping spree, like
We're giving away
supermarket sweep style. He's going to make you take a shopping cart, and if you can put the fryers in it and the mixers in it, you can get out the door without being tackled. You're golden.
You're golden.
We won't tackle people. We might trip you, but we'll let you out.
So what do we have? We have going on here. We have a couple. We have a free gift. Enter to win $1,000 Beast gift card. That's pretty cool.
That's what we're gonna do today for the grand opening. I have a great manager. He's running the place. Hector. He's got a lot of experience in the business. He was trained right by the right people, and I'm real happy to have him. He called me one day and he said he's looking for something new in life, and I got a great guy, Hector. Hector, come.
Which one can we get you?
Guys, I'm going to get up for a second. I'm going to introduce you to the store manager.
All right, cool.
Hello.
Hello, Hector. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, what's your history here with Beast Equipment? How'd you get started, and what's it like working for Jeremy? He seems like he's always running at 11. He seems like he's on the go all the time.
He's all over the place. He's
Grab
real.
the mic, put it up there. Here we
He's
go.
it's been good. I've been here 2 months, I think. Is that right? We've been here 2 months. I was with another company for 16 years,
Oh,
so I've
wow.
been doing this for a long, long time. It's been great. It's been really, really good.
What?
Very, very happy so far.
Is it
You know,
just so you kind of broker like deals, or people are looking for stuff? Say like a new restaurant's opening up and they need help. Are you kind of telling them kind of what they need, stuff they don't think of?
Correct. So that's what we do. A lot of times, if same thing. If they've been doing it for a long time, they know what they know what they want. They pretty much tell you what they want. But there's always new items coming out. So we always tell them, listen, this is the new thing in the market. We always get help from the reps. So it's always good to have them around because, again, they always tell us, what's the new thing out there, and this way we can help.
So
them
what are
better.
some of the new things out there? What are some new?
There's a lot of things. Equipment, small wares. There's always it's companies are always coming out with new things. I can, you
do
know, there's
companies-
hundreds of.
Do companies use like air fryers, or is that like a home thing? Do companies, restaurants use that stuff or no? Have you ever used an air fryer? I hear
No.
Okay.
You know what? I always go to the store and I always see one. I'm always like, I want to buy it. And
I don't know what
but
it
I
is.
never-
People keep telling me about
It's
it.
it's
I'm
pretty
not-
much a convection oven.
Uh-huh.
You know, it cooks with. It has like a fan. For what I'm understanding, I'm not really sure. I think that's what it is. Again, I always wanted to get one,
Yeah.
but I never.
So what
you
have been some of the businesses now with the climate changing and all the stuff going on? Like, what are some of the more like recent businesses that you've worked with? Like just the categories, or what are some new equipment that's like come out where you've been selling more of one thing than the other?
with all this new thing.
What was the last like big thing you sold? Like a big ass fryer or something, or some kind of big refrigerator or something?
Actually, I just sold a couple of electric fryers for a place in Red Bank. Right now, I actually have a customer here. We're closing a deal.
Okay.
It's
Always
a brand new
closing.
place. It's a brand new place. They're going into the Monmouth Mall in Eatontown.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a coffee shop.
Okay.
And actually, they're here now. They're closing the deal. They're getting a.
Like bean grinders and stuff. I don't know what the
Great
technical.
to hear that people are opening new restaurants and new businesses right
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
more importantly, Jeremy walked away. What's it like working for Jeremy?
Yeah. Is he a pain in the ass or what?
Don't worry, this
Can
is
we
only
turn the
live and
cameras
being
off? I'll
recorded
tell you.
forever.
No one's gonna see this part. We'll block it out. Is
Yeah,
he
it's good. It's good. It's again, it's different than the other place that where I come from. But it's good.
Is
You know,
he
I
is he
like
over
it.
demanding? Is he asking for crazy things? Tell us. What's he like?
It's always crazy things with Jeremy. Always crazy things.
Sabrina, are those ours? Those beautiful looking
I didn't get a
cocktails?
lime. Why'd they get a lime? I don't want a lime, but I'm just wondering why I didn't get a lime. Oh, okay. All right. See. All right. I get it.
Oh, so you already had one.
I'm sipping on one. I got it, but I'm not.
You started without me.
Everyone was. I had to eat a hot dog, and then I thought you'd be caught up by then.
Listen, I'm going to take this.
Thank you.
And I'm going to pass the mic to Sabrina,
Asbury Ale House,
and you're going to talk about what's going on at the Asbury Ale House.
if you don't mind, just for a second.
I guess it's fine.
Sabrina,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So, what's it like at the Ale House? What have you been doing recently?
It's good. We have a lot of, fall vibes. It's a lot of fun.
What's some specialty? Can you do like those like? Do you ever see the movie Cocktail? I'm probably old. I'm
Yes.
probably like dating
Oh,
myself
yeah.
here. But do you do like those tricks where you like flip the bottles up and catch them?
Alcohol's expensive, and I don't really want to drop it.
You gotta practice
so
with, like-
I'm a,
No.
simple.
What's your like go-to if somebody's like, I want a special drink? What's your go-to drink to go to?
I would say margaritas are always cool. We add cranberry to ours for, the fall.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Why is it cranberry? Is the cranberry the fall? Is that like cranberry season?
Yeah, so like for spring we did like strawberry, mango, all of that.
All right. All right. So what are you guys doing now at the Ale House? You're there. Are you doing like takeout?
So
or-
we did just open the inside bar, so you're allowed to sit there. We do Sunday boozy brunches, which are a lot of fun.
Tell me more about these boozy brunches.
It's
I gotta live vicariously through you because I don't go to boozy brunches.
it's like a
anymore.
party in your seat,
Uh-huh.
for COVID and all.
Yeah. So what is tell me about a typical boozy brunch. Like what am I drinking and what am I eating?
So it is all bottle service.
Okay.
You reserve your tables. We have DJ Encore, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, a DJ in your seat.
Yeah.
Bottle service.
CO2
It's a wild time,
guns.
man.
Have you done it?
It's,
No, Matt explained it all to me. They got, first of all, Ale House has an amazing new menu. When they reopened, they had some issues. They had a little flood. They had a couple crazy
That was
things
brutal.
happen
A flood.
right before
Yeah.
COVID, and then COVID hit, and they prevailed. And Matt, the owner, Matt, and his brothers and his father, they're in the business a long time. I've become very friendly with them. Really good guys. They also have the Shore House in Point Pleasant. They got some beautiful bartenders and wonderful people that work there. It's a good place to hang out. It's not, and believe me, he's made it way more than just a local bar. It's a lot of fun to hang out there.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
it's definitely a lot different.
Yeah, I
Oh,
recently.
it's wild.
yeah?
It's a good time.
Boozy brunches. I gotta get over there. I don't know if I'm allowed. I have a 10-month at home, so
Well,
10-month
there's
old
a
at
thing
home.
called
so
A
a
babysitter,
babysitter.
right?
I don't know,
Actually,
with
just
a
call Matt. He'll send a
10-month-old?
babysitter over.
I'll
Rita, you
babysit.
can't. A 10-month-old? Do you have a babysitter for a 10-month-old?
Like your parents.
I guess
you
that's
know,
true.
Grandma.
Mother-in-laws.
That's true.
Mother-in-law.
That's true. And then my wife could just kind of carry me out if she needs to. She gets a little jealous because, like, obviously she can't. She could have a beer. She could have, whatever, but she can't go crazy. You
Yeah,
know?
she can't really drink.
But I'll have to go check it out. So when does the Boozy Brunch? What are the hours for the Boozy Brunch?
It is 12 to 4 on Sundays.
Okay, and you could sit outside still, and you could sit inside.
Yeah, so inside is more private, and then you have to reserve your tables to come inside.
How do you reserve the tables? Like,
Online.
call them up?
Yeah,
Online?
Just go to our Instagram or go online. There's a website.
You got to reserve that stuff, people. Go have fun this weekend. This is like the time to do it, too, because, it's the fall. It's going to get colder. Right now it's beautiful out, and that sounds like a good time. Are they still blocking off the street on Cookman?
Yeah,
All
so
right,
it's still
cool.
closed down.
So you could just go
they
out
actually
there.
extended that till March.
Oh, really? Good. There was too many cars. Too many cars,
We don't need cars.
No.
We need the
pedestrians.
parking spots. That
Drunk
much.
people
Yeah.
walking around.
We
I
could
mean-
go park in Ocean Grove or,
Walk over.
Bradley
Uber.
Beach.
Uber.
They can
Bradley
park here.
Beach.
We have free
Ride a
parking in the
bike,
lot.
you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
Buy
my
a
God.
spatula, get a free spot.
Oh, the good old days, Brina. Let me tell you. When I was a youngster, I lived in Bradley Beach, lived on Evergreen actually, and I had the straight shot. I'd ride my Schwinn all the way from Evergreen all the way to Asbury.
It's quick.
Oh yeah, and especially when you're coming back, when you're half in the bag and you're just like going, you're just on, you're on autopilot, and you're being safe relatively. You're not driving a car,
You're riding.
Oh, good times. Oh man.
So
All
we're
right.
gonna invite a local celebrity to sit down in your place.
Well,
now,
thank
yeah?
you, Sabrina.
Thank
Thank you. You made it. That was pretty good. You're better at it than I think you give yourself credit for.
This is my local celebrity. This is my dad, Alan.
Hello, Alan. How's it going?
You.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Nice. See? Check us out on the go, in the car, everywhere you are. Put it on your phone. Totally Local Podcast.
So how are you?
I'm good. Who's
Can I
interviewing who
interview
here?
you?
Yeah, go for it. Please. I've been
Andrew,
waiting for this all my
Andrew,
life.
you're in trouble.
I love it. In the hot seat.
So my dad had his 70th birthday. Dad, take your
Oh.
mask off for a minute. Guy looks great for 70, right?
Oh, man.
He
Whoa.
celebrated his 70th
I wasn't
birthday this
expecting
past
that for
weekend.
70.
70, yeah.
Looks good.
I'm old.
What
He's looking great.
What brought you? You've been in Bradley Beach. You've been in business in Bradley Beach for like
52 years, almost 53.
what brought you to the area?
My uncle,
What was your uncle doing?
he had an auto parts store.
Oh,
And I started with him basically the first day he had it, 1968.
that's, so why didn't your son follow in your footsteps and do auto parts?
I don't want him to.
too
He's
much?
making more now
Oh.
doing this.
There you go, perfect.
Dad, IRS. No, things are bad. Business is terrible.
What so you did you take over an auto parts store from your uncle?
Yeah,
or did you,
I did.
And
My
he was in
uncle
Bradley
retired.
Beach?
Yeah.
He was in Bradley Beach first?
Well, I was with him.
He was all over the Monmouth County area. He had a farm in Freehold.
I
He
was
had-
born here in New Jersey.
Okay, all right.
And I was born in Shippenoff Road in Freehold. And I was on a chicken farm then.
Wow. What were you doing on the you weren't killing the chickens, were you?
No,
He was
my aunt was killing them.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have to did you have to like pluck them?
No, I was 0 years old.
Okay, all right.
He was born in the chicken
Wow.
farm, went back
But
to
then
Brooklyn.
I'm
And
Brooklyn.
Oh,
I grew up in Brooklyn.
what made you leave the chicken coop and go to Brooklyn?
I don't know. My parents.
Grandma
moved.
and Grandpa.
So
How are you?
then you're hanging out with your uncle. You were up in Brooklyn, and then you just decided to come back down. Now, did you have the business down in Bradley Beach and then live in Brooklyn, or did you just take
No,
the
I
family?
I lived in Brick.
Okay, all right.
Well, I
good.
lived in Neptune City for a while.
Love it. Love it. You are totally local. You're what this show's all about.
No
You've
doubt
been
about
all around.
I've been
this,
around.
this
Asbury
whole
Park,
area.
too.
County.
Oh wow.
Asbury Park is growing now.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's.
I used to go on the rides.
Andrew, he saw Asbury from its best to its worst,
Yeah.
back to where it is now.
And
That's
then I
a-
went into the Army and it was devastated.
And then, did you ever expect it to come back to where you'd see, like, say,
No, I
Sabrina
didn't.
working at
I
Asbury
didn't
Ale
see.
House?
I didn't think it would ever come back.
And what once you started happening, like my dad, he never till this day he doesn't. He's like, whatever, it's never gonna come back. I'm like, it's kind of it's doing half of it's doing very well. Do you see it like the growth like keep continuing? Do you see it like bouncing back fully?
Oh yeah, it'll bounce back now
It's amazing, isn't it?
because a lot of people want to move out of the city,
Yeah. Oh yeah, people are leaving in droves.
and the houses are going like crazy.
And
The
we
residential.
welcome them. All come just
So what did your father do?
He's a bricklayer. He was a lowly mason. He had his own company. Worked for the union. Tile. He's actually fixing my steps in the front of my house. I told him I needed 3 bricks replaced on the steps. He's now building. He's digging a foundation around the whole porch. He's taken 6 inches in of the concrete. He's gone a little too far, but you know what? I think it's his excuse.
Did you get his bill yet? Huh? Did you get his bill yet?
I mean, I think we're doing a trade. He gets to see the grandkid more, and then come over.
How many? We have one grandkid.
Just one.
Dad, how many grandchildren do you have?
He has one.
I have 6.
Wow.
I'm busy.
What? How many?
I have one.
Okay.
I have a beautiful daughter. She's the
How old?
greatest thing in the world. She's gonna be 6 in 2 days.
So, are your parents asking you why you haven't had more yet?
No.
A lot of practice. A lot of practice.
Okay. All right.
We have 3, 2, and 1.
With I have twin sisters that have
Twin
one has 3, one has
sisters,
2.
Wow. So how many kids did you have?
3.
You had 3. You had a boy and 2 twin girls.
Twin girls.
What
yeah.
was easier, the 2 twin girls or the one
The
boy?
twin girls were a lot easier.
Oh,
Why,
really?
Dad, was I problems? Oh, Dad.
He was problems, huh?
I used to chase him up the steps.
And down the steps.
A ball of energy. He's very energy. He's got a lot of.
He was sleepwalking too.
He used to sleepwalk.
I mean, drunk walks, sleepwalks. I had to move out when I was 18 because it just wasn't going to work out.
I
And
see.
Grandpa used to live there too.
Yep, we had Grandpa. I had a good life.
That's
Parents
cool.
were very good to me.
That's great.
And listen, 98.5% of my success is because of my mom and dad.
Wow.
I got a great wife.
What's the other 2%?
Wife and daughter.
There you go. 1 and 1. I like
And they'll
that.
be here in a little while.
Yep.
So what are you up to now? What's on the horizon for
Nothing.
you? You're selling the business? You sold the business? You have the business?
Selling the
selling.
property.
Selling the property.
The auto parts business is a thing of the past. People don't change their own oil anymore. People don't change their own spark plugs. Listen, we
Cars
had
are getting
we had a
hot-
great
hotter.
upbringing with a good business that supported 2 families. My dad had a partner, and whatever. We had a great life. We went on vacations. The girls went to college. He helped me with businesses. But things are not the way they are anymore.
gotta
To
pivot.
work-
You
gotta
Cars-
move.
Cars don't have to be repaired as much
Yeah,
anymore.
they're going to be flying soon. They're going to be solar powered and hovering around.
They're electric already.
Yeah, you don't even need to drive them yourself. So that's good. You made some good decisions. I like
Finally.
that.
Finally.
So are you a resident now of Bradley Beach? Are you
Brick.
You're in Brick. Oh, you're still in Brick. How long?
Him
you been
and
in
Mom
Brick?
still live
40
down
years in my house.
Wow, Brick. Sometimes people are like, I don't know about Brick, and here you go, 40 years. What could be wrong in Brick? What was Jeremy like in high school? Was he good to the teachers?
Andrew, let's
I
find
had to
another
pay.
subject.
I had to pay the teachers.
It was very strange. Everybody was looking for an envelope on graduation day.
I see.
I was like, Dad, is this a shakedown or what is this?
But it worked.
I got out. I got out alive, and here I am.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, that's great, man. It's really good to talk to people that have been in the area so long and stayed around. And really, you got to love it. You got to love something about it.
I do.
What do you do you go down to the beach? Do you like going to like Bradley Beach?
I go to beach and I go down in Brick.
There's a
He
wait a
likes to go
second.
fishing.
There's a beach in Brick?
There's a lot of beaches in
Really?
Brick. In Point Pleasant
Huh.
and in Brick.
I had no idea.
Hello.
That's another local celebrity. Watch the cameras.
What do you think? I got a microphone for no reason?
Yeah, that's
what-
Aaron's mom.
Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Andrew.
So what do you do for a living?
This is what I do. It's
You
been
sit
pretty
and
good.
talk?
I have my own business. I do marketing, web design, graphics, stuff like that, you know. And I like to talk, so I started doing this.
It's a great thing. You're doing a good thing for the community. It's wonderful. I actually enjoy watching it.
Oh, good.
Aaron's been a friend of mine a long time, but it was very, very cool to see you guys doing this.
He hopped in with, when all the COVID stuff hit, he hopped in. He wanted to be a guest on one, and then he just kept coming back and be like, hey, I know this guy. Hey, I know this guy. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. We talk a little bit about insurance, because there's a lot to it that I don't understand,
Right, yeah,
which
there
is
is.
true about,
We want to hear about some more insurance things. We're actually giving away insurance today.
Oh, yeah? That's great. Event insurance. He's told me about all these personal injury protection. I got all kinds of insurance.
Dad,
How are you?
thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
I'm gonna go.
All right, yeah.
I have to find my wife.
All right, go find her.
His mother.
My grandmother. That's kind of weird, Dad.
Your grandma.
My mom.
She's shopping.
Watch it.
Do you find that like Do you find that like your family will just come in and just start grabbing stuff, or are you itemizing that stuff?
Come on, give me I think my mom's probably filling her bag up right now.
Oh, she already walked out the back door twice.
It's like, oh, I don't have one of these yet.
Mom, why are you taking a fryer home?
That's what I'm saying. I need a fryer.
She couldn't
She
carry
needs a
it.
bigger shopping cart.
So
I need another cocktail.
Excuse me for a minute.
I mean,
guys,
you know.
you gotta go.
I gotta grab a phone call.
He's gotta grab a phone call. So Aaron,
I'm surprised he sat down for this long.
yeah, that was great. His phone kept ringing. He had to finally put it on silent.
There's some more food coming in. I think it's from it's Italian food. There's meatballs.
Really?
There's chicken marsala. There's like these rolls back there. I think we got to make a plate and put it in front of the camera. But
That sounds good.
There's an amazing lunch coming in. Where are you from? Where are you from? Yeah. No, where's the food from? Is it yours? It's from Taste of Italy.
Taste of Italy, Manja.
Thank you.
I mean, I just had a hot dog. It was like 11.
I couldn't tell if it was the chef or the
Yeah.
owner.
You're like,
but
where are
I
you
guess-
from? He's like, I'm from Wanamasa. That's good. It's good stuff. So,
But there's tell me.
we got some big things popping on Thursday, and I'm so glad that you're going to be a part of the 100th episode.
I already called my Uber. I'm ready to ride share it for the first time in like 10 months.
Perfect.
Stimulating the ride share economy. But
I like that. I like that.
I'm looking forward to coming over to the Long Branch Distillery to celebrate your big 100.
Big open space. We got special guests. It's going to be a beautiful time. And then, thanks. Enjoy that hot dog. It's gonna be incredible. We recently talked to Evan Beach. We invited him to be one of the guests. There's many guests. I don't want to give all the guests away.
We should just keep Evan on Zoom. I mean, you know, instead
That's
of
what I was wondering. I'm like, maybe he doesn't need to, be at an event with the alcohol and the talking and the cajoling and the
just
fun.
keep him behind the screen. You know.
He's
keep
good.
Keep it mortgage friendly.
It looks
but-
like more professional from a mortgage standpoint if he just kind of stays on the Zoom. Maybe that's what we'll do. He could be there, but he'll just be on a screen.
Poor Evan. I hope you're watching.
Oh man, we
You
could just
know.
have him on a screen. That'll be
I owe you one. And Chris Dietz is coming.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be a stimulating 100th for you. You get to
That-
talk mortgages and taxes.
Well, we got other people. There was a whole life before the mortgages and the insurance companies came through.
Doug, see you soon. Oh, look, my mom just showed up. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
It's a family affair.
Want to be interviewed?
It's a
You want to
family
get
affair.
on camera? You sure? Could be good. Could be fun. All right. Fine.
Take whatever you want, Mom.
Just grab it and run. No one's paying
Just don't be
attention.
late to pick up your grandkids. I know you're awesome. Thank you.
That's good. You don't want the kids
Good,
waiting.
good mommy. Good granny. Got a
How's
good granny.
it been going with the school and the picking up and the dropping off and all that?
School's great. Everybody's everybody's happy and healthy and in school and wearing masks and doing the distancing, but playing and having a good time. And the kids adapt so well to the environment that we're in, much
Better than adults.
better than adults. Like we're pains about it.
Yeah.
We want to complain about stuff, but the kids just like,
Constantly.
I got to put my pants on. Sometimes I got to put a mask on more often than not.
That makes sense. So
So
are
it's-
you because I don't know, I need some tips. Or do you have to learn, if they're learning stuff and then they look to you like you're some kind of scholar and they're just like, Dad, what's algebra? And you're just like, what do you?
I haven't hit that yet. I think you're
Okay.
good to first grade,
I don't
and
know
then
what kids are learning.
and then
I
they
just
outsmart
assume,
you,
like,
right?
they're like-
At some point, the scales tip, and then you got to go to Google to find out answers to your algebra questions, and hope they don't realize that they can just go to Google or Siri.
You
to
need
do all
an
their math.
earpiece, like a secret agent, and you just have to have somebody in the other room feeding you the answers.
What's it?
to keep
The
up
Google
illusion.
Google Glass,
Yeah.
right? The Google Glasses. It's got the
They
the
didn't take
insights
off
in
as
them.
much as they should have, but
Maybe it will for more homeschooling. The
Ex-
parents can have all the answers in the glasses and look so smart to their
Definitely. I mean, what are
to
these
their
kids like? You know what they didn't teach me in school is like bills and taxes and all this stuff. They teach them things that you don't really, I hope none of the kids are watching, but you're learning a bunch of stuff you don't really need, basically.
I mean, you need to learn how to shop for restaurant equipment.
Yes.
Get good deals.
Get good insurance.
Get good insurance. Trust the people who you buy from. Shop local.
Yes.
And make sure you have enough money to do it, right?
Yeah.
Save your allowance and come over to Beast Equipment and
You don't need to know about
open up
like,
a restaurant, open up a lemonade stand. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure we could find what
That's
we
where
need
you start.
to open up a lemonade stand here for the young ones.
They got to have like lemon
Got some lemon
squeezers.
squeezers?
Yeah. And some
Oh yeah.
that's code for drink.
I got a problem. I don't know how to say no. when my host offers,
What time is it? It's like
know,
3 o'clock, right?
I totally accept it.
It's 10 to 1.
It is a totally local happy hour edition.
Yeah,
you
we didn't
know.
even know. Sorry, Evan Beach. We didn't get you down.
guys,
here.
I wanted to fit in with the rest of the people. The what was the paddle club? You guys had a few cocktails. Did anybody fall in the water that day?
No, it's
We
really
did.
like.
We had one person fell. We had somebody fell in.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know as long as I've known Aaron, he gets better at doing things as he drinks more.
Except for
I mean,
paddleboarding.
is this the first time you've ever known that? I mean, come on.
I mean,
Wait.
you know what's in his thermos when he's cycling, right? Vodka, he goes faster.
Rocket fuel.
It's like your spinach. Wait a second. Somebody fell in the water at the paddle club?
Somebody fell. Yeah, we had. I forget who it was. It was one of the realtors who was out paddling, and she fell in.
Was it like
She went full in.
Was
but
she dressed to fall in, or was she assuming she wouldn't fall in?
She had a change of clothes, but I don't know if she was dressed to fall in.
Hopefully she didn't have her like house keys and her wallet and stuff. Well, what happened was, it was interesting with the happy hour. When was the first happy hour? Was it at Long Branch Distillery or was it before that? No, it was at Windmill.
It was at the Windmill.
Yeah.
July 2nd, because
Yes.
we did the 4th of July Windmill episode.
Mark Ilya came over from Long Branch Distillery, brought a couple cocktails, and then Aaron, I look over and he has this light bulb above his head, and I'm like, where did you get that? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's a light bulb above his head. He's like, well, happy hour edition. And I was like, whoa.
This
It
is
totally-
great.
Yeah, it totally changed the whole podcast, really.
Tonight
do
we're
you
gonna
hate
have.
me yet? I mean, you have me on at least once a week.
No,
you
I
know?
mean it's been uphill.
I mean,
ever,
you don't even know, but I've got the next 3 weeks booked. I don't know if you're going past 100, but
Yeah,
you know,
I can't,
Like
you
we've
know.
got
Aaron,
people booked.
I think Mom's in the way of one of your cameras.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It'll.
Hey, Mom,
you know,
you're on IG Live.
very close. It's a very close up. It's fine.
No
Don't worry
problem.
about that camera. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that camera. Nobody's watching that one anymore.
Should we take an order on the phone? Should we take an order on the phone?
Yeah, definitely.
Beast Equipment, how can I help you?
Looking for an air fryer, I bet.
Sure. Hold on, please.
Hector.
You don't want to talk to them?
I mean, they want to buy a couple 100,000 worth of equipment. We just don't want the IRS to find out.
No big deal.
Perfect.
So-
Hector will take care of it.
He's on it.
Is there a separate door for cash?
Yes. No. Yes.
Oh man.
You know what? Listen. As long as they keep coming through the door, we like to pay our taxes. That's the bottom line. I don't care. As long as the business keeps coming, we're good to go.
See, Jeremy wasn't watching our last episode with Chris Dietz when we were talking about criminal enterprise and,
Yeah.
and taxes. And
Yeah.
if you sell cocaine, you still have to declare your income.
Don't know anything about that part of the world.
And what happens with Mayor Buon Tempo over in Homedale? I'm still trying to get him on the phone.
What's the update over there? What's going on?
He's ducking me. He's ducking my call. I'm really upset.
What happened?
There's a big stir up in Homedale. I tried to. There's all this politics going on, and let's be honest. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. Like nobody. Like anybody I see talking about it on the social media, I don't think anybody really knows what's actually happening. So I'm like, let's turn to local politics. So I started quizzing Aaron about who's the mayor, and he didn't know anything. And we were in Homedale. We were at Bellworks. So I did a little tiny bit of research.
Bellworks. We did Mezzaluna, and the Mexican restaurant next door, and Jersey Freeze.
It's
We did
beautiful
all those
in there.
locations.
How did you get hooked up with that?
So actually, sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
go
I just
for
want
it.
to shoot some of these good customers out. Not Anthony. Anthony actually used to come to some auctions from Mezzaluna, and he was sick of, schlepping things back and forth from the auctions and buying stuff that didn't work and dumping it and whatever. He put some faith into me, and we built them 2 restaurants next to each other there. And then actually last night we renovated. Sunday night into Monday yesterday, we renovated the whole kitchen, 17 hours. We ripped it out to the studs, We do everything.
Wait a second. You didn't personally rip.
I was there. My dad's birthday party was Sunday at 4:30. I left a half an hour early. We got there with my boys. We ripped it to the studs. Every single item. New lights. New dishwasher. New tables. New everything. And the whole new cooking line. A whole new center line. So Mezzaluna, Route 9, guys, go have some dinner tonight. The kitchen is fantastic.
Do it. So let me get this straight here. Like, if somebody needed, say
we
somebody,
are Restaurant Rescue of Monmouth and Ocean County.
What? If somebody wanted to open up a restaurant, like, you could go to talk to people that have restaurants. You could, I guess, read a book on the subject. I don't know. But, like, could people come to you, like you're like Yoda, and ask you questions?
What I can give to people is that I can help you from start to finish. I've failed at restaurants. I've been successful at restaurants. I learned from people how to do restaurants the right way, and I ask questions all the time. And I'm full service. If I can help you with the menu design. We have a chef on staff that's been a chef 30 years. He works with us. I have an insurance guy. I have the contractor. I have everybody to help you with everything, and it just works out, man. Like, you ask us a question, we try to find you the right answer.
What's it been like since the year started? Pandemic, all that stuff. Did you panic? Were there cold sweats?
Panicked like a maniac the first week. I said, "Oh my God, I just opened this business." I left my old thing with Joe from the auction company, and I decided to open this business, and all of a sudden this happens. We basically shut down for about 5 days, and I got to give a shout out to Luigi's in Lincroft. He called me up. He's like, "Jeremy, let's do some renovations." We ripped out his floor.
Wow.
We ripped out the kitchen. We renovated. We changed his whole floor and flooring. I sell restaurant equipment. I don't do tile floor, but we did tile floor that week. We did whatever we had to do to get the bills paid. The next day, I get another call. "Jeremy, let's do Pat's Market across the street." We ripped out that restaurant. We did it, and it just went on like that. Where the Shore House in Point Pleasant, it went on like clockwork. Where everybody said, "Listen, while we have downtime, let's spend some money." And then when this great country started giving money away to these business owners, they had to spend it. And politics are not my subject that I talk
Me
about,
neither.
and I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it was a great thing for. I think that they got money for good cause and what they deserve, and they used it. Listen, people didn't go on vacation. The people that I know and the customers that I have, they didn't run on vacation. They spent it with us, and we gave them great deals. I knew they were in hard times too. A benefit that I was able to do with them is I sell used equipment and refurbished equipment and scratch and dent, and I'm not just that local new equipment guy.
Yeah.
So we got creative. We saved them tons of money, and they were able to do full renovations for the money that they were able to get from the government.
So if they have like old equipment, do you sometimes like take that from them and then refurbish
Yeah,
it?
absolutely, we do. I mean, I don't take. A lot of times these kitchens are just like last night, Mezzaluna in Route 9. The kitchen was 25 years old, and Anthony, he fixed things as he could as time went on, and he kept up a nice place, but. It gets to a point where it turns into an expensive, you spend a lot of money to renovate it, and you also lose business.
Yeah.
So when these places were closed, most pizza places and Italian restaurants didn't really close during the pandemic because they're set up for delivery and takeout.
Yeah.
A guy like Anthony didn't get to close, but he closed for one night, and we made it happen. He's actually literally getting open as we speak. I got Bob the Builder over there, and he's putting in the sinks. And
Beautiful.
my guy Oleg from Alliance Refrigeration, they hooked up all the refrigeration lines overnight last night. They were great. Got my guy Joe, plumbing company. We brought everybody in. We banged it out overnight, and I sold them insurance
So what do you?
At a discount.
at a discount.
What do you see these days? With all this stuff going on, or are there items now that are selling, or new items that weren't like really in part of the business before, like
Absolutely.
plexiglass dividers and stuff?
So a restaurant that would typically just sell takeout food is now, or sit down food, is now turning into asking us for open merchandisers or grab and goes or glass door refrigerators, something along those lines, to sell their products to go and make it easier for them. And the home people are looking to sell items that I'm sorry, the restaurants want to sell products. They don't want to just take their takeout food that day. They want to get their takeout and give them something else to take for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's good. These open merchandisers, I actually ran out of used stuff, which we never do. It was unbelievable how many open merchandisers and freezers. We might have did a record on freezers. I never sold so many freezers in 6 months of my life.
What happens, me and Aaron have an ongoing discussion about spoilage. We love talking about spoilage.
Ooh,
so what do you
spoilage.
do? Is there certain refrigeration units out there, freezers that they can hold if the power goes out, they can hold for a while?
I mean, smart restaurant owners put in generators.
How do they get a generator?
Call Beast Equipment. We can help you with your generators. We work with Jim Farrell at what's the name of his company down there? In Asbury.
Yeah, that one.
Asbury Park. We gotta think of that one.
We'll come back to that. So if you're a smart, have you seen restaurants that don't have generators?
Of course.
That's silly,
listen,
though, right?
over the pandemic, I got many calls that, Jeremy, our freezer went down while we were closed. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing? So, get her done. We get a lot of calls. Jeremy, our freezer went down while we were closed. We weren't there for 3 months, and they put everything in the freezer. Well, now you got to throw it away and start over.
Oh.
So, and it happened. There was a lot of waste.
What is there stuff you could do if you're not in the restaurant? Is there some kind of piece of equipment perhaps that would notify you, or is there?
There is the refrigeration companies. We're actually building a big facility right now for Eat Clean Bro. They're building we have Bally Refrigeration's actually helping us out, and they're building a big walk-in box. We are building a big walk-in box for them, and they opted to go with the system that pings your phone, your iPad. The CFO Joe and the owner Jamie, they're all going to get notified when, God forbid, there's a problem.
Yeah.
If the temperature goes, if it's set for 38 and it goes to 36, they're going to get notified.
Wow.
But they got to know.
Yeah.
And it's a very all seasons refrigeration. That's who is actually
all seasons.
That's who we deal with that, and
Asbury Park.
good guys. So they do the generators, and all refrigeration companies offer this new system that is great to have for your refrigeration. I mean, listen, you got to just be safe. And in the restaurant business, Aaron's family's been in a long time. It's a 24/7 business.
Oh man, that's why you went into insurance.
That's why I sell insurance. But my phone rings not 24 hours unless there's a fire in the middle of the night. Then I get the call. Then it's like, did you call 911 first, or
Why
No, we called you.
we want to make sure we get money first.
Makes sense.
Are we
Makes
covered?
sense.
Are we covered?
Oh man. So that you just rattle off a lot of different companies, a lot of different people you work with.
Good people, man. All good people.
That's amazing that there's so many. You seem like a networker. You seem like you kind of out there.
I love everybody making money with us.
Is there some kind of restaurant convention? Is there a restaurant con where you go to it and everyone's dressed up like refrigerators and stuff? And
We could start that if you want.
All right.
So
I'm in.
we did happy hour. Now we're doing restaurant con.
All right, that's perfect.
That's what happens after a few. What are we drinking again?
Your kid could be like
Sleepy
a low
Hollow
boy
margaritas.
refrigerator.
Sleepy Hollow
The kids could be
margaritas.
low boys. You could be the upright refrigerator.
Perfect. There you go. That's right. Do you go to places to discover the new
Yes,
equipment?
there's a lot of shows. There's NAFM. There's the New York Restaurant Show. There's definitely conventions with COVID. Who knows?
Have you seen any groundbreaking, mind-bending restaurant equipment coming out recently where you're just
The problem is it's mind-breaking expensive, and that's why they call Beast Equipment, because they want to find something used, refurbished, or scratch and dented, and we do a lot of scratch and dented when it bounces off the back of the truck.
What are some of the ways that if I know somebody, and I can't really talk too much about it, but they're opening up a restaurant right now, and they don't want to jinx themselves, they don't want to talk about it too much, but somebody's opening up a restaurant now. It's a pretty wild time to do so. What were some of what would be some recommendations or advice you'd give somebody that's just busting out right now, guns blazing?
We're building a few places right now that are, and everybody, like I said, they're giving two scenarios. You're gonna have sit down dining, and you're also gonna have an area where you could take stuff to go home, and the open merchandisers, the open hot cases, the alternative to just go sit down and have a meal is gone now. You have to I'm working on, actually I have some customers that just walked in. They're opening up a market where it's going to be prepared foods. Listen, the whole Eat Clean Bro thing of the world right now is big. I mean, obviously you guys know the company.
They kind of blew up then over all this.
Listen, they deserve everything. That kid,
He's a hustler.
Jamie's unbelievable.
He
Great
keeps
guy.
moving.
I mean, he's just a good guy. He's a really good guy. He's got a gentleman, Joe, with him, who's his CEO. He's got a gentleman, David, with him, who's become a very close friend of mine. I mean, you surround yourself with good people, and you know what to do, and you give them the right product for the right price, and you keep taking care of people when they need it, you get successful.
Is that what you did, Aaron?
I mean, that's it. You take care of people when they need you, right?
Yeah.
And
We had a little.
It all comes back. It's
we
great.
had a little Bon Jovi incident a couple weeks ago. He called
that on
us, and
Facebook.
Really? Was
well,
he living on a
Chef-
prayer?
we were living on a prayer.
Oh, okay.
So Chef Lou, who is his chef at his restaurants, called us up. We they needed some upgrades in the restaurant, but it was during COVID, and during COVID, and that's the landlord, and. During COVID, we had we helped him out. We wanted to. Just because he's Bon Jovi, why should he always give all the money to renovate the kitchen? I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
I donated, 80% of the kitchen.
That's amazing.
Wakefern ShopRite put us all together. Susan from ShopRites, and it all worked out. Worked out great, and
Yeah, because they're doing something great over there.
they are. So we renovated the kitchen in Asbury for him. We did everything for him. We put all new equipment in there for him, and he reopened. He was donating meals, and we were part of it. And then he called up Jeremy. I have a what else did he ask us for? He had food banks out in the Hamptons. Jeremy, I need fridges out in the Hamptons.
Food banks in the Hamptons? Wait a second. Hold on a second.
He does. He's got
But in the Hamptons? I mean, are they...
You wouldn't listen. There's people that need to be fed all over the country.
All right, I guess
Everywhere.
that's true.
And listen, maybe they go to better areas to live homeless, but we don't know.
Yeah,
Thank God that you get to go home and have a meal every night
That's
in a
true.
home. So
So far, so good.
far, and keep the podcast up, we'll be okay. So, long story short, he asked us. We moved a bunch of fridges and freezers for him, and it turned out by him thanking us, he met my wife and me and my daughter 2 weeks ago.
That was cool.
Just the six of us. His wife, the chef, and him, and me, my wife, and my daughter, and we had a great time. It was really good. It was a really good time.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So he's a down to earth, cool guy.
Phenomenal guy.
Totally local.
I'll do anything for him.
Right.
He needs fridges brought out to the Hamptons again. We're there.
All right, yeah.
So
It would
fun.
be in his best interest to hop on the Totally Local
I mean,
podcast. I mean, in
obviously.
his
Guys, I'll
best
make a
interest.
call. I'll make a call.
All right, cool.
It's
No
in
pressure.
his interest, and we'll,
Yeah.
Andrew will accommodate it.
Yeah.
I'll make a call, guys.
I mean, we could do a Zoom. Totally fine. Whatever works for him. You know.
I mean, we'll see what we can do.
yeah. That's okay.
I'll call your people. He'll call my people.
Yeah, it's just growing. The list of we've been growing. Thanks to Aaron. He's a networker, as you know. You
Very
guys are
good.
both kind of networky kind of people, and
Aaron gives me a lot of leads for restaurants. I try to do for
Keep it
him.
rolling.
And
I love the fact that people are opening new space right now. I mean, the smart ones are opening up new restaurants. The smart ones are renovating. The smart ones are being innovative, and it's great to see. And it's great to see a place like this for Jeremy opening up, getting these small wares out there, getting the showroom in front of the people that are going to be out there buying and putting their money where their mouth is, and opening up new, because it's going to be different for the next period of time, and people got to keep it rolling. We need good food.
yeah, keep it rolling. And also, just to give people out there, I didn't say this in the beginning, but come on down, 32 Main Street, Beast Equipment in Bradley Beach.
Thank you.
Have some lunch, have some coffee.
we actually have some great food being from. We have hot bagels from Red Bank, the Windmills here,
Taste of Italy.
Pat's Market, Taste of Italy, and then tonight, guys, come from 3 to 7. Everybody wants to get into the Butcher Block. How many people call me for a reservation because we did the Butcher Block? Well, they're going to be here serving food tonight.
Wow.
3 to 7 out in the parking lot. We have a brick oven. They're going to be serving some steaks in the parking lot later.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Ale House we got a personal bartender for you guys.
Yeah,
I mean, for everybody.
Everybody.
worked out pretty well. So yeah, like we were saying, it's open to the public not only today, but like anyone can come down here. This
Absolutely.
isn't just a restaurant place. If you want a bagel slicer, it's just I got Bagel Slicer on the mind, staring right at me. If you need a tortilla bowl maker,
Or a food warmer.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever you need, it's here for
mean,
you.
it is
And guys, we got something big today. I don't know how many restaurants follow you guys on your
All of them.
Okay, good. So if you get here before 6 o'clock today, we're giving 20% off to anybody that places an order. You have a future order. Anything that's locked up today, 20% off the whole job.
20% off. That's a lot of money. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
I mean, we are raising the prices by 50% today, but it is what it is. It's all a game. It's just a numbers game.
Standard.
So you know what? You're like so good at like advertising, and then you throw in the self-deprecating
No,
stuff.
guys, true 20% off. Come down today, make an order, anything you purchase. We want to help these people out.
There's a giveaway too. You're doing
$1,000 gift card. Anybody that signs up, we're drawing after we close tonight, obviously.
Obviously, you got to wait for everybody to, come down here though. You can come down here for lunch, and then you can come back down here around like 5, 6 ish, and have some butcher.
I'm gonna
block.
give a shout out to also Chef Lou's Army. You guys know them?
No, Chef Lou's
They
Army.
great guys. We did we did a lot of work with them over the pandemic. I mean, Lou is just unbelievable. He owns Blend on Main. He's one of the customers that got creative during COVID. We were both donating during COVID. Me and my wife were giving meals out to people, asking who we could help. Steve from the windmill we were feeding hospitals and whatever. I saw what he was doing on Facebook, and I just complimented him one day. The next day, he put out an ad to his friends who sells used refrigeration. Everybody said, Jeremy, whatever. We connected the next day. I got him a bunch of stuff. We renovated his whole place. He's got a beautiful market now. It's a Market on Main, I think is the name. But
152 Main Street
Yep.
in Manasquan. And the only reason I know it's because I was there for lunch last week. I had a
How was
cheesesteak
it?
and fries. It was on point.
yeah, listen, the bottom line is Lou is just a great guy. Him, his wife, his kids, everybody there, they're really good people, and he's doing a great thing now. He started a foundation, cheflousarmy.org. Check it out. I help out a lot. Pat's Market's here. They're a good customer that we just renovated their place. But whatever, Chef Lou, great guy, and go support him. But I could go on and on with our customers.
Wow.
They're wonderful. Everybody supports us, and we support them.
I'm gonna have to go back and like take notes on everything. You've said so many different places. You've said so many different people.
You got some good places.
and then we'll have to go check them out.
Oh, I got a
Some more on
celebrity
location.
here. Chef Lou, come
Is
here.
that Louis?
This is Lou. We were just discussing.
Louis, take my seat. Jamie.
Take a seat. And Jamie's
It's
here.
either Jamie
come on
or
in.
Lou. Take my seat.
So this is Lou from Bon Jovi's crew that we were just talking about, and Lou is the one that put it all together for us.
Oh, thanks, Chef Lou's Army.
No, not Chef Lou's Army.
What?
This is Chef Lou from Bon Jovi's situation. that
from
we were just talking about.
Soul Kitchen.
Soul Kitchen.
Okay, how's it going?
Great.
Wow, thanks for
Thank you
coming
for coming down, guys. Really
Sorry, they're
appreciate
throwing
it.
all these Lou's at me. I got confused.
Jeremy did a great job on renovating the whole entire Soul Kitchen for us.
That's
Without you,
incredible.
we all made it happen. Lou called up, so I've known Lou for years. I knew Jamie was when I worked at Cisco years ago. Jamie was a bookkeeper at Bon Jovi's brother's place. We became friendly. Years went on with the windmill. We always ran into each other during catering events. And one day, Lou came into my building in Marlboro. When I opened, he bought a few things. Stove, we got to get fixed. But it worked out great. And then the whole connection with Susan from ShopRite and whatever.
a big
Bon Jovi asked for
networking-
things. We get
Yeah.
things done, right?
He also helped us. We had a food bank in Long Island. We did
Yep.
over the
We're
summer.
just talking about it at the Hamptons.
Yeah, it was crazy. 5 months. We did.
Wow.
It. Yeah.
So you were doing a lot of renovation during this past this past year.
We never
People are-
closed, and we kept serving the Indian community, and we just figured it was a good time to renovate at that time.
Cool. Wow. So tell us a little bit about your background, like how you got into the restaurant business, like people starting out in the restaurant business, like what would you recommend to them? But let's start out like how you began your journey.
Went to the CIA in New York, Culinary Institute.
Oh, I was like the CIA. Wow.
Culinary Institute of America.
Okay. I was like, just
And
gets-
from that point, I started working for a caterer, bought them out. Then I started doing catering out of the Old Orchard in Eatontown at the time.
How old were you when you bought the catering business?
24.
Oh my God.
Then we went to the Old Orchard, and I actually purchased the Old Orchard in '92. And we were there until 2000. After that, we started Mulberry Street catering and restaurants, and we did a whole bunch of those everywhere.
Was there a lot of like ups and downs? Did you like learn trial and error kind of
Sure.
things?
If you expand, you got to learn that some places make it, some places don't. It's just like a putting out fires all day long, and that's why we actually got out. We had quite a few places. We had 7 or 8 locations. If one's doing well, one might not. You move to the one that's not doing well.
One's carrying the other one, and
Right. It's rough to.
it's a
expand.
constant chase, right?
Yeah. So as far as expansion, it's a tough thing to do. Restaurants are tough things to do. If you're not in the restaurant business and you think you could just own a restaurant, it's not.
A lot of people, I've seen it. I've worked for people where they weren't chefs, they weren't like into the food part of it. They wanted to open up a business, and you just kind of start shaking your head, where you're just like, "What are you guys doing?" Like you don't know.
They don't know the business.
Yeah, you don't listen to people that are in the business.
100%.
And like, is there a point where you see one business doing good, the other one's failing, it's not doing as well, and you have to shut it down? Is that kind of a rough transition? You have to talk to people that are working there, and you kind of have to.
I see the people that actually make it, and there's great restaurants, and I really think it's location, and it's also what you're offering. There's places out there that offer, the bar situation. You got a great menu. You can order quickly. Kid friendly. There's a lot of things you need to do.
You agree that a lot of these bigger restaurants, I was explaining to these guys, they're putting in open merchandisers and stuff to go now. It's a big thing that has to be done, because listen, who wants to really sit down in a restaurant? So these places that are opening that have quick service out the door and take something to go home. That's the way of the future. I think for now.
Grab and go, yeah.
Yep, I think the grab and go. So.
Is there places that were just kind of like adamant about like we don't want to do that, or is it just kind of like you have to?
Not yet. I mean, and if they are, they're in Manhattan and they're closed still.
Yeah,
right.
I guess
and
that's true.
they're not reopening. Listen, people ask for my advice. I say, guys, you got to get creative and figure out how you can get out of selling in these walls. Get out of the walls and sell outside.
Right.
So you were pretty. Sounds like you were pretty seasoned. You've seen a lot of highs and a lot of lows. So when all this happened, you were kind of ready to pivot and move and figure out what to do.
Always ready to pivot in this business.
You have to be.
But about 7 years ago, I came on full time to the Soul Kitchens, and because they wanted to expand. I've known John and his wife Dorothea for a long time, and I know they wanted to expand the model, and we did. We went to Tom's River. We've got one in Rutgers University in Newark. We had to shut that down because it's a state building, but that'll open up again, I think, September 21. So, but yeah,
crazy.
we're expanding.
My friend Justin worked at the Soul Kitchen for a while. I don't know if you know Justin Strominger.
Yeah, sure.
And they helped him out a lot. And he was a great kid, but rest in peace. He passed away. But they were very
Dorothea was really great to Justin. He was a good kid. I was there back. I started it with them like 10 years ago, and he was like right in the very beginning with Z.
Yeah, he was just he was a great cook too.
Yeah.
He would cook us, me and my brother, a lot of food, and it was funny because he learned. He would just like watch TV and he'd pick up on stuff, and he just kind of like had that kind of mind where he could kind of. And you do need that sort of knack and a skill. And do you find that some people kind of just are naturally, they could just put a meal together just naturally, or is it more of like a science where you have to kind of study?
I think it's an instinct. I think it's an instinct.
What brought you, like, what were some of the like most favorite things when you got into it and doing it? Were there certain dishes that like appealed to you, or
To me, it was more challenges. I've done a lot of different things over the years, and it's more of a challenge than.
So you enjoy the challenge,
I
and
enjoy
that's
the
what.
challenge.
Do you agree that
Remember-
it feels good though to help everybody, right? It's the best part. To me, it's the best part.
For
I
the
never
Soul
said
Kitchen, talking about Soul Kitchen, helping somebody.
Yeah.
And the reason we actually joined the Soul Kitchen, we know they can make a difference, and it's nicer when you can make a difference.
Well, and it's such a refreshing kind of concept where you're just like, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna raise a bunch of money and do this. It's like this idea of people sitting down, they're eating, and they could be involved, and you're literally like feeding people. So it creates more of like I want to say like an ecosystem kind of a setup. It's not just this cold hard like this is what we're doing and then we're transferring money over here. It's like you're getting people more and more involved in it.
We create community. That's what it was. It's more of a community thing, more of a structured thing for the in need, and more of just getting people involved and moving them on to better and bigger and better things.
Do you find that like people maybe get a start there and then they can kind of build experience from that and then kind of like you're saying like move on to?
Sure, we've done it a bunch of times, a lot.
Have you found people like you could just go in there and you could be like, hey, I want to eat and then I want to work off the meal?
There's two things. You can come and volunteer for your meal, or you can come and pay for your meal. The paying customers actually offset the in need that can't afford it, but we do both, and we see people together. We did at the time. We see people together, and it's just part of it. You
Just
know?
a community.
Just
It's a
getting
Cool
people-
concept, man. We live right down the street. It's a really nice thing. It's beautiful. It's a great thing. That's why we wanted to
We're
help
open.
too.
Yeah.
We're open.
Open
Yeah,
to
gotta
go.
come down, guys.
Yeah.
What's the hours?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 to 7, 11:30 to 1:30 on Sunday brunch.
Guys, it's beautiful. You can sit outside, inside, the big garage doors, a lot of,
man.
plenty of room to breathe in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Well,
And we're there for the community. John's been there a million times. You know that.
We had a great
doing
time with
dishes.
him.
Dorothea's great. It's her
Yep.
model.
Yeah, his
they're
wife
always
is.
involved.
His
Bon
wife's
Jovi's
the-
in there doing dishes?
Oh, he did. He was with us for 52 days straight during
Wow.
the pandemic. Yeah, he didn't leave.
He didn't like the dishwasher. We had to fix it.
Yeah, you're right.
We had to get him the right
He
dish
didn't like
tables.
dishwasher. Yeah, he likes the dish sinks.
Oh.
So now we fixed it. Now
That-
he's happy.
that
but
picture
now we
went-
got to get him to do
that-
more dishes.
That picture went viral around the world. Every interview he's doing now involves that picture of him doing
By the
dishes.
way, I have this sink for sale. If anyone wants to buy it,
That was our sink.
we're gonna donate half.
You
the
have
money.
John Bon Jovi's sink.
We might
yeah.
have John Bon Jovi's
He
sink, but
needs to
it's
autograph it. We'll have a contest by the end of the day.
We
You
can
can
get that
own.
done.
We could do that. We could
Perfect.
definitely do that.
There you go.
All right, cool.
So, like I was saying, any advice? I was talking to Jeremy about this a little bit, but like any advice for people on opening a space now, or anything to look out for, any kind of major things that you see people always, any mistakes they do, like all the time. You're just like, oh, don't do that.
Opening a restaurant, not being in the restaurant business, has got to be the one thing I would say.
Major one?
The
You've seen it a
major
lot?
one. Yeah.
What about if they have somebody and they're just like the silent partner, and they have a chef that's like,
Okay, so silent partners, when you have two partners, it doesn't really work.
It doesn't work.
Uh-huh.
You
If
do
I'm
it
a
on your
chef
own.
and I have a partner that's a money person,
Uh-huh.
it just doesn't work. I leave, the restaurant's gone.
that's true.
The guy with the money,
He doesn't know how to turn a dishwasher on.
It's a tough thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if you're the money person, the chef will just walk out on you, and then you're stuck with a rent and a space.
Partnerships are very difficult.
Very difficult.
You do it on your own. Do
Yeah.
it. Start small. Grow into it.
Right.
That's
That's what I would say. Start small. And
that's why we're here,
work
because
it.
we can make it affordable for a kitchen. We build a kitchen. Guys come with these quotes to us from other vendors at 200,000, 150,000. Guys, I'll do it for half the money. You got it? And they don't have to owe tons. They don't have to get investors.
Right.
We can help you get the business, get the place open, and make it happen.
Yeah, there's always excitement. Somebody dropped the
Selling some
fryers.
pans,
Oh, it's
All right, it's okay.
chairs.
It's all good.
It's like being in a restaurant.
Yeah,
It's,
that's right.
it's perfectly fine.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you
thanks-
very
thanks for
much.
doing this, Lou.
Do some
Nice
shopping. Spend some money.
Yeah, you got it. All right, where's Aaron?
Aaron,
Aaron, you're back.
you're back.
You're back on.
Looks like he
Thanks.
needs another refill.
Thank you very much.
All
Nice
right.
meeting you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thank you, Lou.
Nice to see you.
You too, man.
Man,
Sorry to drag you and put you on the spot, but you
That
went
was
on for
great.
a good 10 minutes or so.
At least we didn't ask him to sing.
man.
Jamie, you want to
You
sing?
can sing? Come back. Well, that was great. I mean, this was
Perfect
great.
timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. And I'm not. You guys are very like come on, getting people to come on interview. I'm poor Sabrina didn't want to get interviewed, and you guys
Sabrina-
basically dragged her out
Sabrina,
here.
did you not have a drink yet? Is that the problem? You should start drinking.
I mean, at 9 o'clock when she got here, she said it was too early. Then at 10 o'clock, she's like, all right, it's time to start drinking.
Now at 11, she was like, I'll start drinking.
No, it's
There's
good.
there's
Maybe
drinks.
she's
There's
waiting
food.
for Matt to get here, and then she'll start drinking. It's like a privilege. She's working. She's not. She is.
I see,
So did
I
Lou
see.
text John to see if Andrew should accommodate his calendar and
We're auctioning off a autographed sink.
A 3-bay sink.
Yeah. So
signing
if you
it?
have room
Who's
for
autographing it?
John, myself. I'm signing it.
Is,
John
is
Bon Jovi
Jer-
might
is
sign it.
Jeremy
Clean
gonna?
it.
So it'll be one of a kind item basically.
I can't wait. That'll look good on someone's wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
3-bay sink. What's that all?
It's art. It's art.
The story will be worth it. It's all about
man.
the story.
So that's interesting that this whole world of you're right in it. This whole restaurant. I don't want
lot
to say
of fun,
underworld, but it's like this network of people that know.
It's fun, man. It really is. Especially the last 2 years. I mean, doing what I did before with the auction business was awesome. I was all over the country all the time. We did the Waldorf Astoria. We liquidated the Waldorf Astoria. We liquidated many places, Manhattan, famous places, buildings, huge.
How do you get a job like the Waldorf where they're getting rid of
Right
their
place
stuff?
at the right time.
Man,
Right place at the
I
right
gotta
time.
hang out with you more, Jeremy. You seem to
We-
know people. You seem to know how to wheel and deal.
We gotta get it. Yeah,
Did
gotta
you
get
invite
it done.
Jeremy
I want a
Thursday
restaurant
night?
now. What?
Is he coming Thursday night? Did you?
Yeah, do you want
know?
a Long Branch
For your
Distillery?
100?
You
Yeah,
allowed
of
out of the
course.
house?
Do I have to bring a bartender?
We have a
We have our own.
bartender already supplied. So, yeah,
We'll be there,
send you
definitely.
We'll
We're
send
gonna-
you some info.
We'll definitely be there.
That'll be
so what is
great.
it, your 100th episode?
It's the 100th episode.
You guys are doing a great thing again. I
And-
keep telling you, but it's really cool that you forgot about the rest of the world and kept in here. All
Yeah.
of us around here that have grown up around here, we've been around here, and totally local. It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Exactly. The concept was, it's not based on a specific subject. It's based on an area. Ever since, like, say, Sandy, when Sandy went down, there's that spot, Woody's in Seabright. I don't
How
know
are
if
you,
you're
sir?
familiar. You know
Thank you.
Woody's, right?
I know Woody's.
Yeah. So they were doing a lot of volunteer work during Sandy. They were giving out food and stuff, and I was just like, that's really cool that there's a community. You don't really have to know people, but you're in the area. People
Absolutely.
are helping out. And, I'm not saying it came from that exactly, but the idea of we are all local. There's all this stuff going on, and if you're in the know, then you know people like Aaron and Jeremy here that getting
making
stuff
it happen.
done. Yeah, making it happen. What
like
what's some of like the biggest what's the most expensive in a kitchen, in a big kitchen? Is it like the stove oven situation?
There's so many different.
What's the Rolls Royce of a stove? Like if I wanted
Jade is the Rolls Royce of the brand. But you could start at $1,000.
What do they go up to?
25,000 for a stove. You can go,
Crazy.
you can go crazy for a range. Now there's combi ovens. We'll take some pictures around the store afterwards. You'll see some stuff. But combi ovens. I mean, again, we're 5,000 for a used one, brand new. They're 25,000.
That's crazy.
So on the high ticket items, we can save you a lot of money. And look, I'll sell you the new one too. You want the new one, guys? It's gonna work the same way. Save the money.
what's the warranty sitch? Like if something goes
I
down,
mean,
how do you deal with it?
on a brand new piece of equipment, it comes with a factory warranty.
Yeah, but what about it? You hand somebody something, the
We do
knob
on
falls off.
refrigeration. I do 90 days on refrigeration, and on most cooking equipment, I give a year warranty, even on the used stuff, because it's very easy to be repaired.
Yeah.
Combi ovens are, the stuff with a lot of electronics. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
I can't stand behind them forever, but you're 75% less the amount of money to spend up front. You spend a little on a repair here and there. It's not a problem.
What about like pizza ovens? Is there like you deal with pizza ovens? I assume.
Every day.
Okay. What?
We're actually next Wednesday we're doing Brooklyn Square. We're putting a new set of ovens in his. Peter's one of my. It's a joke. He always busts my chops about. He sees all these other customers on my Facebook and this and that, and we highlight customers. But Peter truly has become like family. Like I call him just a bullshit. He's a great guy. The gentleman owns Brooklyn Square. I don't know if you guys have been there. He got a big. He got like an 8.9 on the David
Portnoy?
Yeah, he got a great score. He's just him and his family are great people.
So
And
what's up with their ovens?
they're getting new ovens. I mean, they burn through their ovens. The ones in Jackson, like they do some decent business. They got a great product, and he's just a perfect example. Do the right thing. Go to work every day. Take care of your family. You're going to be successful. And that guy did it. He had a little scare with some medical issues, and he lived through it, and he beat it, and he's
now he's
wonderful.
getting new ovens.
He's getting new ovens.
They just
But
break down. They just
refurbished. He got refurbished ovens. He's getting He's getting a set of ovens that are $28,000 new. A lot less.
a lot less. Just say getting a pretty good deal.
A lot
It sounds
less
like
than
if we
half.
can bring our own bartender, it'd be a good spot to do a happy hour show.
I
We
will
can
have you at
We
Brooklyn
can
Square,
eat pizza
definitely.
and have drinks made for us.
We also we're actually we're doing an iconic place right now. We're doing Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn. They're building a new one in under the Manhattan Bridge.
Wow.
Is Totally
Dumbo.
Local allowed to go to Red Hook? Are we allowed out of the state?
We've talked about this before. Totally, local can be on location outside.
Totally anywhere.
Totally anywhere.
We could work it. There's a lot
Ming,
of people
you up
from
for
New
a
York
Brooklyn
doing-
trip?
Yeah, Ming's down. Cool.
Brooklyn's cool.
Rita, you
we're
in for a
about
Brooklyn
we're about
trip?
80%. We're about 80% through that job right now, which I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Spumoni Gardens is an iconic place. Some other great set of people that I've met. Their owners there are wonderful. Tony's one of the women that own the original place. Gentleman Arthur is a contractor. Joe, just great people to work with, and that's going to be a new cool spot. We do a lot of these frozen fruit places around the area. They're great place. A listen, everybody that I work with has become friends. More than just a customer, you know.
I could see that. I could see that happening. I'm gonna stop in here. Are you here more often?
I'm
or are you just
personally
always
not
on the-
here. This is probably the 10th time I've ever been here in about 2 or 3 months.
You're kind of just
but
like Batman. You just have to surveil the whole area.
I can't make a living sitting in a store. Hector is going to run the store. He's going to be here. You know, the pots, the pans, the items that are needed every day. I don't have the patience.
You don't have time for the pots and the pans.
No, listen, we got time. We got time for everything.
You personally,
Got time
though,
for everything.
Are doing, you know,
The
you're
pots
up
and
at
pans are important. I gotta be out on the road. I gotta make it happen.
So when people are tearing, that's a tear down, they're redoing it. They're not moving stuff around. If the oven was in a spot, they're gonna keep it.
We
right?
change it. No, sometimes listen. A lot of places get bought as a restaurant. They change the concept and they leave whatever's there. Mezzaluna last night was that same thing. We renovated the whole place and we changed where certain things had to go because he's evolved and the sandwiches got to get made here. The sauté's got to get changed to this area. Add a pasta cooker. We don't want to use a pot anymore. Like as things happen, things evolve.
So when people ask you, they'll be like, I don't know what to do, and you'll kind of come in.
Well, I'm going to actually introduce you to somebody right now. I want to invite another guest on.
All right, come on.
Matt and his wife are here, and they're opening a place on Route 9 in Manalapan, and they're actually a perfect place that we were talking about exactly what I was just saying about grab and go, to-goes, pre-made meals, things that are important to what's going on around COVID, and let's all pray for them because they're going to do great. They're opening in a time that's craziness, but they're opening with the right concept. So I'm going to give you a minute to meet them.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wait,
and
you're
grab
giving
some
your
more
seat up?
calls. I got to give my seat up.
You got some work to
Matt,
do?
come on over.
This is the longest I've ever seen him not on his cell phone. So I can see his foot twitching.
Hello, guys.
how's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
Sitting there.
Good.
What's the name? Route 9 Manalapan. What's the name of
It's called Fresh Meals by Aurora.
Okay.
And I had,
Oh.
and this is my
Hello.
wife, Aurora. And I had a restaurant in the city for more than 10 years. And I didn't want to do the restaurant because I see, even before the COVID, COVID really tipped me over, but I don't think people want to sit in a restaurant no more. What happened this year could happen 2 years from now, next year. So we're thinking more of grab and go. I'm still going to have my little deli there because I make my sandwiches, I make pizza, I make stuffed breads and fancy things, but we're really concentrating on grab and go, come in, grab, or we do what we're doing now, meal planning and catering.
So is this a new concept, new building, new place you're moving into?
It's not a new building, but it's a vanilla
Okay.
box, and Jeremy has been very patient with us and really came in right away and told me, because I never really built a restaurant from scratch.
So wait, Jeremy didn't give you my card, so you
No.
need a new insurance guy.
Yes. Oh, I think I took. All right. So we took this great spot on 9 in Manalapan because I was working out of the pantry there, and I built up their deli, but it didn't work out good enough where it was too small for us, and they had a 7-Eleven mentality, and I had, like Jeremy was saying, L&B Smony Garden type place.
Yeah.
Because it had the spots, beautiful. They had the room. So we said, you know what, let's go on our own and do it our way. And so far, this year it's been hell like for everybody, but now everything is falling in place, and we are getting all our work getting done in the building, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. But I think that's really the future, like Jeremy was saying too, and you guys is really grab and go and delivering food, meal planning. So if something breaks out, I mean, God forbid, I hope it never does. I hope every restaurant does great, but I think in our thing we'll always be pretty safe. You know, we make fresh meals. My wife is dedicated to pleasing every customer.
That's good.
It's on a different scale than
And-
I would say what's out there right now with my business. It's more like I don't direct my customers just to a website and say, this is the meal, it's built, and you have to see what's there, and that's it. I'm very more personable, like almost like hiring a private chef.
It's like calling your aunt to
So
say, I'm calling for dinner. Can I have
take
my
the
meal?
time to interview my clients for like an hour and get to know them and their family and their children. And I found, like today, because like Matt said, with COVID, you have moms that have careers, including our own daughter, that's working from home now.
Yeah.
So they can't accommodate the office space to have all these people work together. So now you have moms doing their full-time career at home, and on top of that, educating their own children.
Yeah.
Because they can't go out. So by the time they take that time to go food shopping and put the kids in the cart and mask them up and don't touch this and don't touch that, our business ended up being the right way to go more than having the restaurant business.
And we haven't really advertised too much
Yeah.
yet because we're working out of a commercial kitchen until our store is done. So, but one thing is, from when I first had my restaurant, is forget about eggplant palm, chicken palm. Those days are over. Everybody is gluten free.
Yeah, a lot of diets to follow.
Who don't want salt? Who don't want? Everybody's different now.
And that's where
it's
we
a whole
change
different thing. And
our
that's what-
concept. We
that's
pull
how
out. You know, so if you were to call me and say, hey, Aurora, I'm allergic to garlic and onion, and I can't have that, I would make that meal for you. It's not like it's set in stone. And I cook the day of, but I request 48-hour turnaround time because I accommodate that service.
I still want an good old chicken parm.
But
I
we
mean,
do make them. We
That,
do make
that
them
we
too.
specialize, but
Yeah.
if you just thought you're gonna live off that ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen anymore. Just
Yeah.
so many different peanut allergies and this and that.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna be able to come in and grab.
But having-
chicken.
so where
parm.
on Route
Yeah.
9 on
It's
Route
gonna
9
be
is the store?
Manalapan.
330 Route 9 North,
Yeah.
Manalapan.
And what's your website now for people to go check
It's
out what
Meals
you're doing?
by Aurora.
Meals by
Yeah.
Aurora. Awesome.
But saying, like, going back to Jeremy, he's been so far like the best person we've come across and worked with, knowing that the whole process we've been going through and how frustrated he was, his skills and his personality, the whole package, I couldn't find a better person to work with.
Did he slip you $100?
No,
No.
he's been
Did he
top
promise you-
notch from day one. When we were referred to him by a friend of like a cousin of mine, his cousin. So he's not even my cousin. So I'm not even saying he's related to me. So I'm not saying that, but he was referred to us, and like I said, from day one, he's connected us with the right people.
Right.
You know, to make this dream of ours become a reality, and he's been awesome from day one. So I definitely highly recommend him.
That's
know,
great.
to anybody.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And one of my good customers was Vic DiBattista, the comedian guy. I made a few videos with him, funny videos, and he's a good customer of ours. And I want to give a shout out to him because he's a great guy. He really helped us out with making people come to my pantry, like saying Matt's
Yeah.
a good guy, come by. He's from Brooklyn.
We're hoping to
And
have
once
him at
we
our
got-
grand opening.
Yeah, he'll be at our grand opening. And,
When's the grand opening?
Oh no, we got to get the store.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Hopefully.
We're hoping. To tell you
We're
the truth, I was hoping to be open by May.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
everything went on hold.
I hear you.
Of course,
I
with
know.
COVID and everything, it's just
Yeah.
So-
crazy.
But you were still working out of the commercial
We're still
kitchen.
working, yeah.
Yes,
We're
yeah.
still
And
working out
things
of a
picked up, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh yeah,
Because people wanted
just by
to
word,
order.
yeah, we- every
just
day-
by word of mouth.
Yeah.
Just by people recommend, like we cook for you, you tell him. you
We're
know.
getting new clients every day. Every day, the business is growing. But I'm so looking forward to going into my own space.
Yeah.
That we're so excited
Because
that
you want to meet people personally. You want
Yeah.
them to come in, say hello, you talk, and that's how I built it up in Pantry. I met so many people that I knew that I grew up with. We went to high school together, and everybody's moving out here now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you look familiar. It's like, yeah, you look familiar too. We used to hang out when we were kids. And I'm like, wow, because
But I
everybody
think,
left
like in the
New York.
end, I says to him, it's been rough getting to this point, but in the end, it's going to be very rewarding, especially with the team
Yeah.
that we put together. They all have their heart and soul into our business, so we couldn't make this happen without having someone like Jeremy on our side, without having our construction team. So we are very fortunate that everybody is understanding. The whole COVID thing put us behind, but now everybody's like, we're in full force. So
And the
we're
people
gonna
in
make it
Manalapan,
happen.
the people in Manalapan have been very nice and
Yeah.
very good, and can't ask for a better town to open up a store in. And hopefully, we're going to be opening up more stores.
Yeah,
but
that's
we
our
got to
goal.
start with one first and build from there.
How do you work with, people are like, they have to be concerned or thoughtful of like their budget. So how do they come to you? They say like, we want meals through the week, but like, can they come to you and be like,
I
this is
have
much money?
my meals up with a starting price, and then there's additional costs if you're looking for a special meal. Like, because I'm so personable, I do have it scaled down at a certain price per meal, and it gives you like your carbs, your protein, and a vegetable. But now let's say, well, Aurora, I need only gluten-free products, and there's an upscale charge for that because
Yeah.
you could see like you can buy a regular box of pasta for 99 cents, but now if you want good brand quality, and that's what I'm all about, there's going to be a lot more. So it has to be where you want the healthy meals, but you know how it is. If you go food shopping, you're not going to get the same cost as if you were to buy one. So everything is like that's why it's so important that I do that initial call with my clients, because we do talk about their budget and what they're looking for. And if they have children, if they have allergies involved, like you just can't tell someone, go to a website and then just take it from there.
Yeah.
People are still looking for that personal touch. And like even
Especially
like
with
Jeremy,
food, I think.
even the way Jeremy said it before, and I heard him when I was there. All my customers, they're not customers. They start off as customers and clients, but they all become my friends. So, and we just build a relationship like that, and it keeps going and going and going. And that's the best part of the business, is to make someone feel like you're not just a customer.
Right. If you,
So can they come like pick up? Like, could you put an order in? You tell them what day they have to come pick it up.
They pick the days. Like
Okay.
we have business 5 days a week, well 7 days a week when we open the store. But right now, all I ask is a 48 turnaround time, because your meal is made that day. I'm not popping anything out of a freezer. So that's why with me, you don't have like 10 meals to choose from. There'll be options on my menu that says, if you can't think what you want, these are 15 meals that are already pre-programmed together with the carbs and everything, so you don't have to think about it. But that's not the goal. The goal is to have you pick your meal, what fits your way of eating, not my way of eating.
Could you pick so you could pick meals like for your whole family for the whole week?
yes,
Yep.
yes.
And then that you come in, say on a Monday. and
Well,
you
we
could be-
deliver. We deliver.
Oh, you
too.
deliver
we
too?
deliver, yeah,
What's
we
the what's the
deliver.
radius of
That's
how
it.
far will you deliver?
We're in Manalapan.
Depends how
so-
much the gas prices
Yeah.
are.
Now,
Gas is
Prices
cheap.
go down,
Gas
I go
is cheap.
farther.
with the location being in Manalapan, which is great,
Yeah.
allows us to go all the way, like to say Sayreville, and then all the way to
Morganville.
Jackson and Howell.
Oh, cool.
English
But
town.
What
we
about
will
Shark
go-
River Hills?
Yeah, I
What
mean that's
about-
right in the middle.
Yeah,
Neptune.
We'll meet you
Yeah.
halfway.
But depending the clients, like I have friends and family that live in Staten Island. I have friends and family that live up north. So if they start to build a couple of people for us and say, okay, I'm interested, but I know it's not worth the drive. I have my neighbor, I have someone down the block. Then we would make it in a specific day of the week.
Yeah.
And we would make that delivery
Ah.
happen. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. It's a great
Yeah,
concept.
yeah.
That's-
So we're very, very accommodating and flexible, like I said, from day one, and that model will never change, no matter the growth of my business. So if I take a company that's making 6 figures to a company that's going to make a lot more, I'm still who I am, and I believe that will always be me. That will never change.
Sounds great.
The only way is to hire the staff to help me continue that model. Not say I outgrew and I don't have. You have to put the staff in place to continue your model. That's important. You know.
Makes sense.
And we
Yeah.
do have cousins that are working with us and sister-in-laws
Yeah.
that learned to cook all the same way that they all learn cooking. She's from Italian and French, and she speaks both languages.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very
All her-
great on Mediterranean cuisine.
All her
like
cousins
that,
are,
yeah.
are Italian, and they all grew up in the same family, so they all know the way we cook. So it's just like cooking at home.
My wife, she's Italian, and she told me early on in the relationship, she's like, I'm not yelling, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I know.
So
She don't need a mic.
Is it
I don't need a mic.
is it just like decibel levels with when the whole family gets together? Is there just a lot of
You need windows open.
We all need to put our point
So,
across,
right.
and so we have to speak louder than the other one.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it is. At
it's-
family gatherings, Thanksgiving, I get in there and it's just
Right.
so loud that I'm like,
Yeah.
and to learn to start saying goodbye the minute you walk in. So
Yeah, it's great.
because it takes a long time for them to
Yeah.
leave once they say goodbye.
but we're really excited. Like we can't wait to open
And
the
we're
doors.
just
like,
lucky that we met Jeremy
Yeah.
and his success. With a lot of people suffering right now, and we're all praying for them. But it's nice to see Jeremy really
Yeah.
taking off because he's doing it the right way.
Yeah.
But he
He's
has
helping
like the
people.
same model like we have.
Right.
friendly.
It's very friendly.
Right.
It's personable. It's taking the time to. At the end of the day, like when he's gonna build my store and he's gonna see the accomplishment, he's gonna have like such an amazing feeling. I helped them make this dream happen. So to me, it's like when I serve you my food, it's the same thing. When I get a text message, oh my God, the menu you made last night, and I had one from last night. They'll text me in the middle of the night or in the morning. The eggcorn was delicious. The sausage was this. It's just such an rewarding feeling, and I feel like he gets that same when he knows he put somebody's business together to say, "Wow, look what I did for them," and how everything smoothly is happening, and now the customers are flowing through, and everything, and the kitchen is properly set up for her to be able to make that meal in that order and quick and get it out. You know.
Right.
So what's the your signature meal that people are always like from day one have always asked you to make? What's
Well, he's
I'm more.
We should have named the store his and hers because he's more like a
No.
guy that's looking for a burger
Yeah.
and
Pizza
greasy food.
stuff.
Go to him.
I'm the fat. I'm the
Pizza and the chicken parm.
Yes, you go to him.
I'm the greasy. She's the olive oil.
Yes.
So, right. So
I'm more like the home. I'm more the vegetable, the great salads. I make my own dressing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I make everything from scratch. Like my mashed potatoes, it's actually
People
potatoes.
must like love going over your guys'
Yeah.
house because with
Oh,
those
yeah.
two combinations,
Yeah. Right.
you're not leaving hungry, basically.
Yes,
And
no,
that's what I
no.
feel is going to be the key to our business. Is because if you're the husband that wants the cheesesteak and your wife wants the healthy salad, she's like, let's go to Fresh Meals by Aurora because I can eat healthy and you can go ahead and fill your heart up with greasy
Cholesterol
and fat.
and stuff.
Yes.
This is making me hungry.
Yeah.
Especially with all this food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
no,
was
to
the
the
great
left of
part of
us.
the business concept as well because my goal is to have you all come to me as a one-stop shop. Just like if you're going into Wegmans, you don't want to go to the bakery. Why should you? You can get the bakery right in there. So that was the same part of our business model to keep it all under one roof. And we're constantly making new menus. So even though we have a set menu, I'm constantly doing specials, introducing different meals with the season.
And there isn't really one particular meal because everybody's different, and it's not like give me chicken parm, give me.
You hardly hear
it's-
chicken parm on
Pe-
my side.
And but people do order it.
They do.
When we do catering stuff like that. But from really people that are ordering us for the week, most of them are really trying to eat healthy. So since they don't have to cook it, they could be more like, you know what, I want to get it more healthy. Since she's doing it, let's make her make it healthier for me. Because if I do it like at home, I'm not gonna be so
A lot of butter.
Yeah.
a lot of butter.
And
a lot
then,
of
like,
this.
lot of butter.
don't you hear like with COVID? Everybody's like, I'm putting on weight. I'm putting on weight. We have to get back on track because everybody's sitting home. Nobody's active. Nobody's
Yeah.
running out. So it's like, that's more of a reason they want, like, can you start making me healthier meals? Let's get away from the carbs. So we find different things to make to suit everyone at home, you know? I mean, you have a family of 4. I'm sometimes making 4 different meals because you got the toddlers, you got the teenagers, and then you got the husband and the wife, and everybody's on a different page of what they want to eat.
Yeah.
So
And you got all the dishes all day.
Yeah.
Like, you got all this other stuff you got to be
Yeah,
doing.
there's so
you
much
just
to
microwave
do.
it, or you could heat it in your convention oven or regular
Yeah,
oven,
it's
and
great.
the food is done. And
yeah.
and you got time to text or be back on your phone.
So
so
what's the best way to get in touch with you guys? Like as you,
Through Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook. It's Meals by Aurora on Facebook.
Meals by Aurora on Facebook. Look it up.
And then
like it right now.
Instagram. And then
Same.
our website is also mealsbyaurora.com.
Oh wow, you locked it all in.
we
That's
will-
some good marketing
we
right
will
there.
be changing it to Fresh Meals by
But
Aurora.
yeah, because we want to go to a larger scale within time and speaking to our professional team and how to like promote the business. Oh yeah, they're the partners. I didn't. They just got here.
They were the silent partners.
Well, they just got here, so they were running a little bit behind. That's David,
Hello,
and
David.
that's Silvana.
and their first
Yeah,
cousins. and-
she's my partner in crime in the kitchen.
Oh.
So we work together. Yeah, but the name is going to be Fresh Meals by Aurora. But they're gonna if you go into Meals by Aurora, you'll
Yeah.
pull up Fresh Meals by Aurora.
Perfect.
Bring it.
So that's one of the things we just did. Now was added fresh to the front of the name.
Yeah,
Sounds great. Congratulations
Wow.
and
Yeah.
good
Thank
luck
you very
with,
much.
with
Well,
the
thanks for
storefront
having
getting
us.
open.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
thanks
great.
for
Great.
stopping and talking
Yeah.
to all
Thank
these
you.
people, man. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, he has
Right.
great people, I'm sure, in his circle of
Yeah, he keeps
customers.
bringing them,
Yeah.
bringing them in. Have
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something fresh.
You could
over
just-
there.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
that he has an Italian wife. Thank you guys. Appreciate the.
Yeah, thank you.
the
Thanks.
time.
Fresh Meals by Aurora. Check it out. Go on Facebook. Go on Instagram. Meals by Aurora. Go check it out. Oh man, what time are we at here?
I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah,
I
what
mean, Jeremy disappeared. We got
Jeremy's
some lunch
making too
that
much
we're-
money.
that-
What
that's
time we at?
sitting
Meg?
over
We at
here.
2
It's
o'clock?
close to 2:00.
All right, cool. I think. What do you think? Are we good?
I think we're good. I want to thank Jeremy and everybody else for coming out and hanging out today, and I can't wait to come back for Butcher Block and another margarita. But I do have
What's
to go
the
to.
deal?
I got to go to a meeting. I got to
What's the
work
deal
for an
with
hour
Butcher
today.
Block. What is it? Is it a restaurant around here? I've
It's
heard
a,
it.
It's
but
a
I've never-
thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
We're gonna be two
Name's
doors
about it.
down on Thursday night from
All right.
from the Butcher Block.
All right, cue the outro, and we'll
See you Thursday.
do this. Yeah, guys, 100th episode coming up. But right now, you're dealing with Totally Local Podcast, Jersey Shore's best podcast covering Monmouth and Ocean County, entrepreneurs, colorful characters, local businesses. Thank you, Aaron Levine from LG Insurance. Thank you, Jeremy from Beast Equipment. Thank you, A Shared Universe Podcast Studio, Ming Chen, always helping us out. All the
Don't
guests.
forget Rita.
Oh my God, so much going on. Thank you, Asbury Ale House, Sabrina. Thank you so much. Guys, check us out everywhere. You know where to get it. Totally Local Podcast. Thank you very much.